Can it wait, Dad? I'm about to eat. Now. I sighed, pushed the plate aside, and walked out grumbling. By the time I got back, the plate was half empty. Ethan, my spoiled little brother, sat there chewing happily, rice scattered all over the table. Ethan, that was mine. You snooze, you lose. Mom walked in just then, holding a cloth in her hand. The moment she saw him eating, the cloth dropped.
No, don't eat that. Ethan, stop.
Her voice cracked through the house like thunder. She ran toward him, eyes wide in horror. Before anyone could ask what was happening, she gasped, clutched her chest, and collapsed to the floor. Dad rushed in. What the hell? Mary, what's wrong? Ethan blinked, confused. Then suddenly, he coughed. Once, twice, and foam began spilling from his mouth. His small body jerked violently as the plate crashed to the floor. I froze, terrified, staring at the scene as Dad grabbed Ethan and screamed for help. Mom, half conscious on the floor, kept whispering through tears.
Not him, not him.
But the truth came out quickly. The hospital ran toxicology tests. The police got involved. They found rat poison in the chicken. Ethan died from the poison. My name is Eli, and I used to believe love was permanent, that once people called you family, it meant forever. Turns out, family can be conditional. When I was 6, my parents, or rather, the people I thought were my parents, adopted me. They couldn't have children for nearly 10 years of marriage. Mom used to say I was her miracle. Dad said I completed the home. For the first few years, life felt like a dream. We went on road trips. They came to every school play, and every night Mom tucked me in saying, "You're our biggest blessing, Eli." But blessings, I guess, expire. When I turned 12, Mom got pregnant. Suddenly, I wasn't a blessing anymore. I was a placeholder. Mom was decorating the nursery one afternoon. I walked in holding a drawing I made, a picture of all 3 of us. Look, Mom, I made this for the baby's room.
That's nice, honey, but don't touch the walls, okay? I just painted.
Can I still hang it?
Maybe later. Go help your father wash the car.
That was her new way of saying, get out of my sight. From that day, everything changed. When my little brother, Ethan, was born, all the attention, love, and laughter poured into him. My baby pictures were replaced on the walls. My birthdays became afterthoughts. If Ethan sneezed, Mom rushed him to the hospital. If I got a fever, she said, stop being dramatic. I tried to ignore it. I told myself I was being jealous. But then came the real cruelty. I loved basketball. I wasn't the best, but I worked hard. Coach said I had real potential, until one game changed everything. We were supposed to play at the regional tournament. I trained for months. But the night before the game, Dad came to my room. Listen, Eli, tomorrow we're giving Ethan a chance to play. But Coach said I was starting point guard. We talked to Coach. You'll sit this one out. Let your brother shine a bit. He's 9. It's a high school team. He'll play a minute or 2. Don't argue. That minute turned into the whole game. I sat on the bench the entire time, watching Ethan trip over his own shoes while Dad cheered like he was Michael Jordan. Later, I found out they had paid Coach to bench me. That night, I locked myself in the bathroom and cried silently into a towel so they wouldn't hear. By 15, they treated me like a housemaid. They cut my Wi-Fi to save electricity, so Ethan could play games faster. They made me wash the car before school, and if I was late, Dad would scream, "You're lucky we even keep you here, boy." One morning, while scrubbing bird poop off the hood, Ethan threw a juice box at me and said, "Don't scratch Dad's car, orphan." Mom just laughed from the porch. That was the day I realized I wasn't their son anymore. I was a servant with their last name. But karma has its timing. It started with a video. I loved doing impressions, voices, faces, the whole thing. One day, I posted a short video on TikTok mimicking Jaden Cross, a famous musician and actor known for his deep voice and smooth style. I never expected it to go anywhere. The next morning, I woke up to 3 million views. By the end of the week, 12 million. People tagged Jaden Cross himself, and to my shock, he commented, "Kid's got talent. Let's talk." Mom was scrolling on her phone when she saw it. Her jaw dropped.
You didn't tell me you were posting online.
I didn't think it mattered.
Of course it matters! You're representing this family. Do you know how embarrassing it would be if you said something wrong?
It's just a video, Mom. People liked it.
We'll see about that.
She said it with that strange smile that always meant trouble. Jaden's manager reached out a week later. They wanted to fly me to LA to perform in a charity event and possibly sign a contract for mentorship. When I told my parents, they didn't even look happy. You're too young for all that nonsense.
You should focus on school. Let Ethan have a turn for once.
It's not about turns. It's an opportunity. We decide what's best for you. That night, I overheard them arguing in the kitchen.
He's getting too proud, acting like he's better than us.
Relax. The fame will die down.
If he keeps this up, he will be super rich in no time. Ethan will always be in his shadow.
Then make sure he doesn't. Those words haunted me. The day before my flight to LA, Mom made my favorite dish, rice with grilled chicken. It smelled amazing. She smiled sweetly and said,
Eat, darling. You'll need your strength.
It felt off, but I shrugged it off as guilt. Maybe she finally cared. I sat at the table, ready to dig in when Dad called from the driveway. Eli, come help me move these boxes. Can it wait, Dad? I'm about to eat. Now. I sighed, pushed the plate aside, and walked out grumbling. By the time I got back, the plate was half empty. Ethan, my spoiled little brother, sat there chewing happily, rice scattered all over the table. Ethan, that was mine. You snooze, you lose. Mom walked in just then, holding a cloth in her hand. The moment she saw him eating, the cloth dropped.
No, don't eat that. Ethan, stop.
Her voice cracked through the house like thunder. She ran toward him, eyes wide in horror. Before anyone could ask what was happening, she gasped, clutched her chest, and collapsed to the floor. Dad rushed in. What the hell? Mary, what's wrong? Ethan blinked, confused. Then suddenly, he coughed. Once, twice, and foam began spilling from his mouth. His small body jerked violently as the plate crashed to the floor. I froze, terrified, staring at the scene as Dad grabbed Ethan and screamed for help. Mom, half conscious on the floor, kept whispering through tears.
Not him, not him.
But the truth came out quickly. The hospital ran toxicology tests. The police got involved. They found rat poison in the chicken. Ethan died from the poison. When questioned, Mom broke down completely. She confessed she'd meant to poison me, so Ethan could shine without competition. The news spread fast. Mother poisons adopted son out of jealousy. Jaden Cross himself saw it online and reached out. He came to the hospital where I was being checked. He hugged me and said, "You didn't deserve that, kid. You got something special. You remind me of me, back when the world wanted me to quit." 2 weeks later, he adopted me officially. Legally, spiritually, completely. He took me to LA, gave me a room in his mansion, a studio to create, and a new name in the entertainment world, Eli Cross. My videos exploded again. I began acting, performing, earning money. Within a year, I was richer than the people who once called me charity. Meanwhile, my adoptive father, the man who raised me, fell apart. He visited Mom in prison every week. She wouldn't even look at him. She'd mutter things like,
He should have eaten it, not my baby.
The guilt consumed her. Dad lost his job, sold the house, and started drinking. One day, I got a message from him. Eli, please come see me. I'm sorry. I ignored it for weeks. But one day, out of pity, I went. He was sitting outside a shabby apartment, looking like a ghost. You look grown. You look tired. I am. Every night I dream of Ethan calling for me, and your mother crying in her cell. You both chose this, Dad. I know, but I just need you to forgive us. I looked at him long and hard. He'd aged 20 years in 2. Forgive? Number. But I'll forget. You'll be a stranger to me. That's the best mercy I have. He nodded weakly, eyes glistening. As I turned to leave, he whispered, You were always the better son. Years later, I stood on stage receiving my first award for Best Young Entertainer. The cameras flashed, the crowd roared, and Jaden hugged me like a proud father. In that moment, I realized, blood doesn't define family. Love does. After the ceremony, a reporter asked,
Eli, what inspired your latest movie?
"It's about second chances and people who threw away diamonds thinking they were stones." The audience laughed, but my smile had a story behind it they'd never know. Sometimes, when I scroll through old photos, I still see that little boy washing a car at dawn, wondering why he wasn't enough. But I've learned something powerful. Sometimes rejection is protection. If Mom hadn't poisoned me, I'd never have found Jaden. If they hadn't hated me, I'd never have worked so hard. Their cruelty became my ladder. A few years later, I visited Mom, just once, in prison. She was frail, her hair gray, her hands trembling. When she saw me, she burst into tears.
Eli, I'm so sorry. I wasn't myself.
"You were exactly yourself, Mom. That's the problem."
Please, tell me Ethan forgives me.
"He can't. You made sure of that." I placed a photo of me and Jaden on the table, smiling at an award show. "You see this? That's what real love looks like." She reached for my hand, but I pulled back. "You taught me one thing. Family isn't who raises you. It's who doesn't try to bury you." Then I walked away, leaving her weeping into her cold hands. Now, every time I perform or walk a red carpet, I think about Ethan. He didn't deserve what happened. He was just a pawn in his mother's game. Sometimes I donate in his name, scholarships for underprivileged kids, kids like me who just needed one adult to believe in them. Jaden says I turned my pain into art. Maybe he's right. Last week, I got another message, this time from Dad again. He'd sent a photo of a small church where he'd started volunteering. "Trying to make peace with God," he wrote. "Maybe one day you'll come." I didn't reply, but maybe one day I will. For now, I'm busy living, the life they tried to destroy. Funny thing, the last video I ever posted before going famous was called "Poisoned by My Own Mom? Storytime." It hit 50 million views. At the end, I looked into the camera and said, "So yeah, moral of the story? Don't let your mom cook if she suddenly starts being nice out of nowhere. Anyway, subscribe, and remember, if they treat you like trash, become gold so they can't touch you again."